do we even have that button?
By the way, you need to turn on your obs.
Oh, yes, thank you. I was very busy dying in Bazja.
Yes, yes, you were. We all were. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're
Well,
starting
not
just...
all of us. I mean, Boku and Rift weren't.
Okay, fair enough. But they're
Because
not
they
allowed
won't
in the
let them in the
Baja. It
door.
scares them. As it has right to.
They are smarter than we are.
We're off to do side questing this evening. Lots and lots of side questing. Shall we side quest?
Oh, only on the side.
Well, there's a side quest right over here. With Eugene Noy. I probably completely butchered that name.
Ujinois, something like that. Burn before reading. Wait. Sir Ujinois is looking more vexed than usual as his eyes scan the camp for a very special someone. Namely you. I have it on good authority that dragons have once again been spotted around the Steel Vigil. Yet it would not serve to send knights to the area, considering the entirely disgraceful hurly-burly Overlord Francel. Will you investigate the Steel Vigil in our stead?
If you say so. Let's see, and there was one inside. Yeah, Yell here. Hello, Yell.
Sebastian versus the Ogre. Not all knights are indifferent to the plight of the common folk, and Sir Yael, one such earthbound warrior, wants a word with you.
Adventure, I hear you like a good hunt. The common folk tell me they have lost a good many of their animals to an ogre. Their petitions have come to naught, and so they came to me, and I, in turn, come to you. We must needs have a decoy for this hunt, but I would not ask the folk to risk more of their livelihood. Let us use my own beloved Sebastian to lure the ogre into the open. Oh, he is my darling Caracol. A wise knight keeps her own source of wool. Yes, Sebastian has clothed me since I came to this camp, and some day will feed me too, no doubt. But today you will return him safe and sound.
I sense a implied or else.
Yes, very much so. But yeah, we pretty much spent all day working on... Yes, it's a very good thing Thaverin isn't here. He hates caracols with a passion.
For us, it was kind of like half a day in Bazja. Maybe 3/4.
And we got a
We did
couple rank ups.
spend some, yeah, and we also spent some time on the buns, getting the extra classes.
Bramblewood rope. Or brambleweed rope.
A thick, sturdy rope twisted from common brambleweed. Sheep herders often employ the rope in tying up the legs of their stock before sending them to market.
Yeah, but we're not going to do that to poor Sebastian here. Or maybe we are.
You sure?
And then off to Providence Point, where we go beat up an ogre. Maybe. Kind of. Hello, Octi!
Bound caracol. A young male caracol named Sebastian bound with brambleweed rope. Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
And now we gotta go over here.
He seems very patient.
As long as that wolf... Nope, nope, nope. The wolf does not ignore us. We are unlucky. God.
Okay, take 2.
And there's our ogre.
Mutton Maw Ogre.
No, you shall have no mutton today. No haggis either.
He'll lose Sebastian from his bonds. Leave him be, and he will make his own way back.
Good.
Okay.
If you say so. Excuse me.
Yes.
I do not know where that came from.
Your nose.
Oh, hush you.
It came from your nose. God.
I mean,
Baron is channeling Abdul again.
there are worse things to channel. There are far worse things to channel.
I will not deny
Patina
this.
among them.
Hush you.
Worm-eaten almanac. When they say dragonfly, they kind of mean it.
No. You need to pick up.
Oh. Yeah. The question is, did you get credit for that?
I'm not sure.
You'll know in a moment. If it's still there, you didn't. You didn't.
No, that was it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, back to Camp Dragonhead. Woo! Yeah, there's actually a big fate chain that happens all the way through the Steel Vigil, which unfortunately is kind of in ruins at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, it starts here and it's like a 4-part fate that goes all the way up from this point to the Steel Vigil and then to inside to deal with a big bad dragon.
Yes.
It's actually one of the more impressive fate chains.
Yeah, and that last fate is tough.
Though it can be soloed if you know what you're doing.
If
Well, yeah, if.
you have some dark news, it is writ large upon your aspect. Come, speak. Worm-eaten almanac. Countless readings over countless generations have left this old tome faded and worn. Tome? It is notorious. Forbidden by the Holy See, of course, and a frequent trophy in the Inquisitor's raids on unbelievers. If you found this in the Steel Vigil, it can only mean that the unbelievers infest the ruins. They must have been tasked by the Dravanians to keep watch and thwart any attempts to rebuild the Vigil. Traitorous to their blood. I would add that they had but one black heart. My sword would pierce its rotten core and forever rid us of their kind. He seems intense.
A little. I'll take the money. Since I don't know what's good, I'm gonna take the money.
Let's see here.
Money, money, money. Hey Sid. Hey Alphino.
I don't think they've changed what they say. Yep. They were saying this last week.
Yeah. Bye Marshmallow.
He's had enough of this.
Apparently. Ah, there you are. Let us toast to a job well done. I've just finished brushing Sebastian. He will get some squash with his hay tonight. Cartenois spoke highly of you, and he is right, I think. There is so much to be said of a woman who is sworn not to master but her work. There's much to be said of a woman who is sworn not to a master but to her work. With adventurers, one need only speak to the end, and they will devise their own means. And now we have one side quest left that will send us to Timbuktu.
And I'm going to have to say, when we go there, slow boat it.
Slow boat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's my juice? When a merchant is wroth, there is usually coin to be made in solving a problem, and Idwin is looking very wroth indeed. Hey you, no time for niceties, I'm waiting on Cerulean. That old Don-cut purse what calls himself a trader's late with his shipment. Cerulean burns like an alewife in winter, and there's no going without it to make the fire sand for the ballistas. Curse that singed goat. What does he think we're fighting here, ladybugs? You look like you'd enjoy a spot of heat. Find out where my Cerulean order is. Go to Sink Goat and, lean on him a little. Question him like. I tell you, those old Dons keep keen on being paid, not keen on doing their work. Present company excluded, of course. Can't trust him, especially that wad on the Sapphire Avenue Exchange.
Right, so we need to go to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange and have a word with Singrot.
And I'm going to be back in a few minutes.
Right. Let the slow boating commence. And it's going to be very slow boating. So everyone, how's your weekend gone?
Now we stall.
No, that thing's not going to stall. It's off and away. Zoom! Poof. Out of draw distance. Well, I guess I could... Theron just got another of the Gabriel Alpha amounts, and I'm trying to decide what to do with it. I think I'll have it, sent to Gyoto or something. Though, Gyoto might already have it, I'm not sure. It's actually a semi-common mount. Common, but hilarious. So yeah, these girls are about halfway through the zone of Camp Dragonhead. We've still got about half the map to go, and it's quite a half a map. And then we go down into Mordona, which we're pretty much in the beginning of the end stretch of the A Realm Reborn plot. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it for you guys who are watching and have not actually played through as of yet. But things get kind of interesting. There was recently, I was listening to a lore podcast talking about the original 1.0 of Final Fantasy XIV, and how if you think all our trippy with the echo was bad here, it's got nothing on the original. Apparently it was like, yeah, are you sure my character isn't doing drugs? I think you might be doing drugs here. I'm not sure if I'm glad I missed that or am sad I missed that. So, for those who didn't catch the special presentation, they have announced the next expansion. It will be out this coming fall, which is delayed from their usual schedule. Usually the expansions come out in the summer, but they are desperate not to make it a winter release. The new name is Endwalkers, and it's all the way from AER and even the first 1.0. One of the overriding things we've been dealing with is the Ascians and the kind of fight between Heidelin and Zodiark. Heidelin, the Mother Crystal of Light, and Zodiark, the Crystal of Darkness. And they're saying that it's all going to wrap up and come to a head in 6.0 and at the end of 6.0. And 6.1 will start something completely and utterly new. This will be interesting.
But the game will continue.
The game will continue. Yoshi P has effectively stood up on stage in front of a live audience and said, "This is my life's work, I ain't leaving it." He'll only leave it under two conditions. One, he gets fired from Square Enix, which I really don't see that happening, but then again, I didn't see Konami releasing, what's his name? The guy who did Metal Gear Solid series. But things like that happen. Or something untimely happens to him, because let's be honest, every day we live, we roll the dice on whether we step out the front door and get hit by a bus. Yeah, Kojima, thank you. I was just suddenly blanking on the name. Thank you very much, Foxfire. But the big logo is effectively this monolith pointing at the moon, and we've all kind of figured that Zodiark's in the moon. That's been kind of a given for some time. But oh man, the moon memes that have been going across my desk for the past couple days. I think the best one is this illustration where it was obviously done in reference to something else, but they've went and slapped icons and head portraits over the characters. So it starts off with Y'shtola, then it goes to the Warrior of Light as a paladin. But it starts off with Y'shtola. Wow, Warrior of Light, you're back early. Looks at the Warrior of Light, it's where they only have the paladin symbol over the head. Moon's haunted. Warrior Light, where are you going? See the warrior's changed to machinist and has loaded this huge pistol. Chink chink! Moon's haunted! It's like, oh dear. I am still very impressed that the lady who did our bingo card actually called the Luna Whale. I give her full kudos for that one. I was not expecting that one to come out of nowhere. I mean, it is a FF4 reference. That would be FF2 in the US under the original scheme. They've since relabeled it and retranslated it. Man, sometimes it gets confusing because it's like, well, we did publish 1 in the West, so we're going to publish 2 in the West and call it 1, and we're not going to bother with 2, but we'll go ahead and do 4, but call it 2, and yeah. So there's a lot of references to 2/4 that have been going everywhere, including from Square Enix themselves, because one of the in-game purchasables that you'll be getting for the Digital Fan Fest is a few of the characters. Though one person, I think it was Cold Silver, you mentioned is like, where's Cecil? Well, Cecil came with a deluxe edition earlier because Cecil is actually very beloved. I think I have a Cecil. Do I have a Cecil? Let's check. Oh, sorry, I have a wind-up cane. My bad. I thought it was a Cecil. And he does the happy dragoon jumpy thing. But yeah, the fact that they are actually going to go ahead and do one of the things they also talked about that's incoming is they're going to be doing a compression of the numbers that all the combat mechanics are based off of. And they're not actually changing the percentages. If you actually look at our bars, like Elo and Edge here, let me steer for a second, has a potency of 100, 160 when executed from a target's rear. I'm melee, I have positionals. Melee has positionals in this game, you just suck it and deal with it. They're not as bad as they used to be, but effectively think of that potency as a percentage mark. You have an underlying number which is your base damage. A potency of 100 would be 100% of your base damage. Or if I do it from the rear, it's 160 from the base damage. What they're doing is they're scrunching the numbers of what that initial base damage is, both in hit points and execution and a few other things, because they're starting to get to numbers so large that they're having overflow bug issues. I know I talked about this a little last night, but the best example is the super aggressive Gandhi in Civilization, where you could push his pacifism so high that it overflows and resets into pure aggression. That's the classic example, but that's what they're starting to run into. I look at this as, okay, if they're doing this, that means they're actually committed pretty seriously with this engine for the next 5-10 years.
Quite true.
So we have the potential of the game being alive for the next 5-10 years minimum. At least a couple more expansions. Now, this worries me a little because only in the fact that this engine is kind of getting long in the tooth. Hello, Seabold! You're going to open us up a dungeon on us, aren't you? I bet you are. But let's talk to Singot here first.
Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning... Oh, not here to buy? Then what might I suggest you browse quietly? I'm quite busy. Quite busy not filling your order.
I doubt that.
From Edwin and Coerthus. Oh dear. My friend, may I call you that? Oh, well, then, Ladonia, Rena. There's a problem with this Rillium, and if you think Edwin is vexed, you have no idea how difficult this is for me.
Oh dear. I'm gonna try those foreskin breeches. They might be an upgrade. For tank.
I'm taking the money.
Okay, Singot, what's going on?
Hold for customer support. Caught between a rock and a tight place, a middleman will always produce a pot of grease. Find out what Synthgoat has in mind. Angry about the cerulean order being late, is he? Friend, pardon me, Ladonia, Rena. I understand his situation. I really do. And I would ship the stuff to him if I had any. Fact is, it's been a mighty struggle for many moons to procure processed cerulean from Amalgina and Sons, and now they've entirely ceased doing business with most vendors. It's a hard life being the middleman, my dear lady. We pay for the sins of producers like Amalgina, and what do we get from them in turn? Not so much as a how do you do. Idwin's quarrel is with them, not me. Do you not know the concern has the exclusive right to mine ceruleum in northern Thanalan? They can do whatever they want. You can always try them directly. Go and talk to Papa Wazoo at Camp Blue Fog. I warn you, he's a smug little toad.
And look at what we have here.
Dishonor before death. Seabold has but little time left and would confide to you his burdens. Time heals all wounds, or so say those who have never experienced true pain. More than 30 summers have passed since I carried the standard of the Darklight Raiders into Cutter's Cry, but not a day goes by that I don't see the faces of the friends I lost that fateful day. Gerbald the Red and his loyal second, Aubrey Stillwater, Simon the Sweet, always armed with a jab and a jest. Our ever-ireful mage, Charon Zabran, as quick to cast as he was to temper. Thormoan and Thousand Gill, never has there lived a man with a tighter grip, be it on his sword or his coin. And let us not forget one Ilm Elson. It's hard to fathom now, what with all the adventurers scampering about like rabbits in the spring. There was once a time when bands of mercenaries who the city-states turned to in need of a blade. The Darklight Raiders being the biggest and the best of them bands. Ishgardian-funded forays into hellish pits like Orm Vale would earn us a king's ransom in a matter of days. You're welcome to it. I wouldn't go there.
No, Armsvale is not a pleasant place.
Orm's Vale would earn us a king's ransom in a matter of days, though it would only take a night of devil's play at the Mirage to see it gone from our purses. So was the life of a raider. That is, till we took that job at Cutter's Cry. My brothers and I stood against herds of giant buffaloes in Ogomoro, snarable infestations on the Pearl, legions of cold-blooded Sahagin from the abyssal depths of the Indigo Deep, but none of that prepared us for the horrors we would face in Hell's Brood Holes. None of it prepared us for the Chimera. The birds still sing of the day 7 of the realm's finest warriors set off into the bowels of that forsaken place. But only saw one return, Seabold the Stoic, spared by the beast so that he may warn all others who would be foolish enough to attempt to despoil the Chimera's lair. My apologies. He did not come to hear the guilt-laden ramblings of an old man. But if you have a moment, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. The final wish of an ailing soul seeking peace with his past before departing on his journey through the 7 gates. In each of the 30 summers since escaping from the maws of that terrible beast, I have returned to its lair to pay the proper respects to my fallen compatriots. However, the years have finally caught up with old Seabold, and try as I might, no longer can these bones make the trek alone. If it's not too much to ask, would you travel to Cutter's Cry in my stead and place this bouquet of flowers upon the resting place of the Darklight Raiders?
I don't know about you, but I felt the subtle undertone of, please go kill the Chimera for me.
No, never.
Are you sure? I could have sworn it's making my ears itch.
And do note chat.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Maya, I actually kind of like working in it, but especially the version I was working in, it would auto-update on me, and every time it did, it would break everything I was doing. It would, like, turn things inside out, and it was just like, why are you doing this to me? You had a great, awesome, auto IK system, and then you replaced it with something worse, and I couldn't get it back, and it made me very unhappy. And you were $40 a month at the time, and you've only gone up from there, and I just can't afford that. And people wonder why I don't do much 3D anymore. Yes, there is Blender, but
No.
yeah, working in Blender was very similar to me working in Unreal 3. After about half an hour, I was so visibly seasick. Would Talon like to come with us to Cutter's Cry?
Once we actually get there.
Of course.
Unlocked.
Oh, we're pretty much on the unlock chain, and it's
Yes,
on the
we
way
are.
to Blue Fog, so... Wrong window? We want this window.
So, the quote-unquote original adventure in Cutter's Cry basically happened 25 years before 1.0.
Let's see if Hanzo's awake. No worries if not, but I thought I would ask him.
Mm-mm.
No, this is not in our fate.
No.
And there's the destination.
Nymea lilies. Bouquets such as these are oft used as offerings to the dead.
Okay, Norman. What do you got for us?
He's going to coordinate for us. This is Cutter's Cry, a labyrinth of sand-ridden caverns. You hear that? That sound like the woofing snort when a fire catches? That's the camera. Not that I've seen it. Sure, go right on in if you're that certain of your ability to make it out in one piece. Just don't expect me to go trotting in there after you, no matter how hard you wail and holler.
Nope. We're not gonna holler at all.
You promised old Siebold the Stoic, did you? He's what's called a man of principle, he is. A little too much principle, I'd say. What's wrong with wanting to live when you've a wife at home big with child? The tale goes that rather than facing the fate spun for him by Nymea, he hid beneath the mangled body of his leader and watched as his companions were torn apart one by one, all so that he might return home to see his son born. Should he have died a hero rather than lived a coward? Was being able to see his son worth having the boy grow knowing his father was a craven, a disgrace to his friends and family? Should I ever find myself faced with a similar decision, would I have the courage to walk the righteous path? Now you know the true reason I will never step into that cave. Money.
Yeah, money. We can purchase all that. So, we have a full party! Now we need to decide who's playing what. Sorry, that's the wrong menu. So, who's tanking, who's healing, and who's DPSing? Chirp, 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 chirp.
I'm letting
Well,
you guys lead.
White Mage is still the one that needs the most leveling
Okay, so
for me.
you want to go White Mage.
Yeah. I think he wants to snack.
Looks like I'm tank then.
No, I can take.
Alright. If you want.
Do-do-do-do. Just need to get my tanky gear on. Oh, and double check my pants. Ooh, my pants are indeed an upgrade. I will take those.
Right.
Look, check this.
Ninja for this one.
Of course, technically we can go in like all tanks in the heal if we wanted to.
Yes. That would be slow.
Oh man, the other night, I don't know if I told you guys this, due to a mix-up, I ended up healing for a party that was 2 tanks and a red mage in armor route.
Yep.
Oh boy.
That was fun.
Fun is a unique euphemism, I see. No one died, but oh man,
Exactly.
was I sweating bullets.
Said give Riley a challenge, not me.
Do-do-do-do-do. That everywhere? Yeah. Nope, we missed the
Short of the
sand
sand patch.
patch. Must have all the sandbags.
You are definitely taking some damage.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Well, that got everyone's attention.
It usually does.
I feel a chill run down my spine.
And there's the shifting sands. Yes, there's a lot of them in here. It's basically a giant anthill nest.
Yes. Well, the entire portion of the zone outside of it is the exterior of an anthill nest. There's really 2 of them in that zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are taking it.
And I'm using my defenses too.
Yes! At least on occasion. Ah, there's the Trampert. And another chill just ran down my spine.
And to think, I'm not even big pulling in here.
No.
Yes, dear, a giant magnifying glass would be awesome about right now.
See if you can find us one.
Goes nowhere, does
There used to
nothing.
be a... Ah,
Yeah, there used to be a chest up there.
the earth begins to tremble. I feel the earth move under my feet. Nope.
been a while since I've explored all the little passages here.
And there are a bunch.
No, I'm getting out of that one.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Is there a chest down here? There's mobs, so it might be something good. It's been too long, I don't
Maybe
remember.
there's something to eat, Hanzo. Or you.
Yeah, don't let me die.
Trying.
No, no chest.
No chest! We are chestless. And I thought I had a... Yeah, well, we won't go there.
I was going to say, being chestless in this group is a little hard to conceive. That's something.
Oh, that's right. Put silence on the road. That's a big helm. Okay, well, what do you kill that marshal?
Only one. Said she summoned an army of them. Oh. Or not. Butcher's hat.
Let's go this way. I feel like going this way.
You're going to make this challenging for me, aren't you?
Sorry. I'll try and pull smaller.
Well, certainly don't pull any bigger.
Oh, no.
This
A
size
lot
is
of places-
okay, but
A lot of people will try and pull this whole room at the same time. It's like, no.
Yeah,
not when I'm not max level, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And neither are you.
Yeah, and we're kind of... Well, we've got
Because this
some
place
decent
maxes
gear.
at 40 and we're at... Yeah, our gear is kind of sad.
Some of it's okay, some of it isn't.
helping now that I've found regen.
Yes, regen is your friend.
One's a level.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
68.
Right, through the sifting sand. This always disturbs me.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to go through the quicksand, mommy.
Yeah. Whoever designed this going, why did you think anybody would ever consider this a good idea? Wild tank.
Hoping to get the trick attack.
Yeah, you can't do that with bosses, unfortunately. You quickly find that stealth is better, because one thing I don't know if you noticed is stealth will reset your mutras.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, so what you do is you set up your speed mutra before you fight, then jump into stealth, and if you can do it quick enough, it resets things before the boss aggroes, so you're up and running with all your mutras ready to go and can immediately do the one water one that allows you to do trick attack without being stealth.
Yeah, that's the one I rely on.
Yeah, that's standard ninja stuff. Unfortunately, you're too low level for it in this dungeon. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't get that until level 45.
No picking on Ladonia! Stop that, you stupid worm!
Okay.
He has
And
stinky
just
breath.
missed.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, I
Ding.
saw another ding. Grats, grats. Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
Ooh. So I find it interesting that, we've got this big kind of moderate level dungeon labyrinth right underneath a low level anthill.
Well, let's be honest. Ants around here are nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, I know. It's just the difference in level between when you see the ants on the surface and then you see them down here.
I think we want to go this
This
way
way,
for
south.
treasure.
Oh. Such treasure.
Yeah, I think there's a treasure chest back here that people always skip because they're not real
Because they're
adventurers.
not greedy enough.
They need to be more greedy to be proper adventurers. take everything that's not nailed down, and if you can pry it up, it's not properly nailed down.
Stop getting poisoned.
Uh-oh. Did hand time out?
I think so.
There's your treasure chest.
Yay!
Yep.
Oh, maybe he did.
Disconnect.
Yeah.
Oh no! He has
Take
actually
that.
been having some disconnect problems for a while.
Yeah.
For the last like 24 hours, they've been actually pretty bad. It's frustrating him to no end.
Yeah, bet. Yep, easy.
Oh. Yeah, they're wondering if there's something going on with the cables at his place, but they're not sure. Him and
Yeah.
his brother.
Always tough to tell.
It's back.
Yay! I figured we'd wait on him when we get to the camera.
Yes.
The next question is, can I remember the out in?
And there's my level.
Nice.
I couldn't resist.
Yeah, you're horrible with the DC jokes. And I think there
I'm
might be
trying
a
to keep them
chest
down.
at the other end over here too. Yeah, in fact, I see it.
Yep. Up with the poison.
I'm going to pass on that so you can have that, Ladonia.
Great.
Because that would be a great spear for your Dragoon.
Once I get to level. Something I had not realized. Yikes. About regen is that it's an instant.
Yes. In fact, your main shield, Aqualogium on Rylea, is the only non-instant of that variety of spell. So it always throws me.
But Aglugium isn't a regen.
No, but it kind of functions a similar role.
No. Well, I guess I see what you mean, but since barriers is just what it does in general, I don't think of it that way.
If I remember correctly, blue is out, purple is in, correct?
Eyes of the Ram is out. Eyes of the Dragon is in. Eyes of the Dragon is lightning. Eyes of the Ram is ice.
Okay, so in for dragon.
In for dragon, out for ram, and go take the walkie orb for walkies.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be healing my little heart out.
Yes, you are. In!
Violet's in.
In!
Yeah, great choice.
Oh, Suki hand got hit. My bad.
Yep.
And someone needs to take the orb for walkies.
Should be Talon.
He must be lagging a bit. In! Oh no, Talon!
Yeah.
That looked like a lag hit.
Little bit of lag there.
Out!
And get enough money.
Just
In!
you get to a... Glad I saw that one coming.
Walkie orbs. Trying to move them. In! I think it's lag death all around.
That and every time I'm about to heal someone, I have to go walk somewhere.
Out!
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of... It's like pretty much right as I get the message, it's already too late.
In!
Dragon's in.
Oh, that's M.
Walkies! In!
Violet.
Oh, crap. Don't count, baby.
Okay, go ahead and limit break him.
Please. Oh, thank goodness.
I agree with that cheer hand.
Yes. Woo. I'm going to let you have the Crier's knives.
Okay.
And I'm off.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks so much. Unless we want to run it again with flip rolls.
Ooh. Admittedly, not having to heal it would, yeah, be a little more relaxing.
So, back on the road.
On the road again.
Doing a quick gear check. Oh, no, that
Put
actually
that into
goes-
the...
Yep. That gets upgraded. That gets upgraded.
Ooh, and I got a Chimera card.
That's
I can't use right now.
But what's it? Oh yeah, I'm gonna take that even though it's int. That's Pugilist. Rogue, get some new Snicker snacks. And anything else gear-wise? Belt of Magic. And that's an upgrade. Yeah, I'll take that too. Woohoo! Upgrades all around. Time to go to Blue Fog. Hello, Mr. Nist Commander. We are not playing with you.
He had his chance inside the dungeon.
Yeah, he failed that.
Okay, yes.
Yay! We've unlocked Northern Thanaland. Oh look! Level 40 leaves that are open to us, but yeah, we're not going to take that. First thing we're going to do is talk to the Chocobo Keep.
Hold on a moment. I'm still sorting this out.
Sort. The joy of inventory in MMOs.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, is there a culinarian around here? I keep wanting to think there is, and I can't find them.
I think that's an improvement. 55684.
Merchant.
Yeah, no wonder.
Oh, I do need to get a repair, so...
No.
Maybe I should spend some time on Thay tonight and cook us some food for leveling.
I've been meaning to do the same.
I keep forgetting, but I'm now out of food.
I'm gonna have a hard time eating them.
Yeah, I know. But that was actually a fun run. Nice, smooth. I feel sorry for Han and all those DCs, but that's nothing that anyone can really control, really.
Okay. Put that over there. And... oh.
I have to admit, one of the...
Lowest is Black Mage. Okay, Chocobo Keep.
And then we need to touchy the Aetheryte here.
Mm.
Give me just a second. Why are those not equipped?
Because they don't like you.
No.
Oh, and we have a repair person here.
Yes, there is one right by the quest guy. Merchant and Mender.
Ah, yeah. Good. He's gonna make a lot of money off of me.
Hey, we did a lot better in that dungeon than we did in Bosja.
Yeah, well.
Now, one of the funnest times I've had in this game was soloing that Chimera as Blue Mage at just over level. That was screamingly fun. Difficult, but fun.
Well, yes. Okay. Papa Wazoo, what do you have to say for yourself? And who are you? Adventurer. No, I don't remember ordering any. And I would remember something like that, seeing as I'm the employee of the moon for the 9th time. Thank you. Shush now, I'm listening to the scruffy lady. An inquiry about the processed ceruleum shipment from Sindgo to Ul'Dah. Interesting.
Nah, take the money.
Hold on a moment. Okay. Thieves and robbers. When ceruleum is thin on the ground, plots grow thick. None other than Papa Wazoo, the 9-time employee of the moon, wishes to consort with you. So, we may have a shared problem here, as unlikely as that sounds. We would love to ship ceruleum, but there's far too little of it coming out of the plant. I suspect thievery, a little skimming off the top, Furthermore, I suspect the porters. I was just going to keep an eye when one troubled with the labor confraternities, you know. But you are welcome to doubt and question them. And I use one problem to solve another. Brilliant.
Lalafell. Ul'Dah.
Give one Ul'Dah Lalafell a handful of gil and he thinks he owns the world.
The problem is 9 times out of 10 they're right. Spirited Porter.
Bless me in Ul'Dah, let there be no creature features today. Your name be praised. I don't get paid enough for this. Stealing ceruleum. 1, I ought to punch you in the face for impugning my reputation. 2, you think I'd still be here with my arse out in the wind if I'd made off with that kind of loot? We're doing honest work out here with all manner of nasties just yawns away. You doubt my words, go check the ceruleum in those barrels. Ain't nothing missing from what's in the books.
Well, let's find out.
Ceruleum.
As we poke the, Oh, look! Koblins!
But of course. Yep. Nope.
I like how the two just stand there continuing to eat their meal. As
You
we
blame
fight
them?
right on top of them. They're like, whatever. I'm eating chicken.
Favorite creature feature. Back to your saying, let there be no creature feature today.
Yes.
That's the throw. Yeah, I think they're having a problem.
Just a little one.
Koblenz! Drinking ceruleum? Now I've seen everything. Well, I guess I don't need to get me a champion from the confraternity, that's a relief. We'll have to make an extra trip to the plant to make up for what those cursed toppers put down the hatch.
Not his fault.
Probably.
Totally not his fault. Okay, Mr. Pazzo, what's your name?
Papa Waza Waza Waza?
Yeah.
Interesting. Koblenz. No, I definitely didn't order any. We do sometimes, though, for business reasons. Everybody does it. Really?
Really?
Shush, you can stop talking now. Shoot, so I'll have to hire guards for that whole area and, oh, an idea. Raise the price and call it a special security surcharge. Can I strangle him? Pretty please.
Unfortunately, we kind of need his ceruleum.
Are you sure?
Yes. The ceruleum must flow.
The ceruleum must flow. Papa Wazoo would offer you another commission and a chance to admire him, if the mood strikes you. If he gives me much more of a mood, I'm going to strike him.
Explosion?
Maybe. Anyway, the ceruleum must flow. No more delays in shipping. Another brilliant coup by Papa Wazoo. Oh, is that a feather? For my cap? Why, thank you very much. So, you can tell St. Godot his shipment will be there in just a few days. Unfortunately, there will be a wee increase in price. Security surcharge, you know. Everybody does it.
And while we do technically have leaves to unlock, they're level 40.
Yeah.
So I recommend we come back for that the next time we go through here, which we will.
Oh, definitely. We'll be back. Later.
You can stop it with Papa was his name.
Oh, certainly.
Now you're just doing it on purpose.
No, I certainly didn't order any.
Oh, right, back to the Sapphire Exchange. Okay, we can do this. I almost got turned around. I was like, okay, we have to head back to Camp Dragonhead? No, we have to go to Ul'Dah first. Going to Camp Dragonhead before we've hit to Ul'Dah would be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go in the back entrance. One less zone we have to load into.
Yes.
Bye, Lucy! Now, if I remember right, my plan was to go Red Mage when we hit 50, right?
Maybe?
Yeah, I think it was. And then, of course, we both take Dancer when we hit 60 for our ranged.
Yeah. Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning... Oh, it's you. Talk to Papa Wazoo? Really? He said a matter of days. So, my dear lady, you're telling me they're shipping what's owed me, but charging more for it. I wish Almagina and all his sons the joy of my gill. I hope it gives them gout.
I'm sure it will.
I do appreciate you sorting this out, and with that Puddock Papa Wazoo, no less. A discerning middleman such as myself will certainly remember you for future commissions.
Okay. We can do this.
A Tale of Three Cities. A middleman is the pepper of commerce, useless alone, excellent in moderation, pernicious in excess. Whichever one since go to happens to be, he has a task that may interest you. Thanks to you, I'll be able to make my ceruleum shipment to Gorithus. That's a load off my mind. Middleman has not but his name, you know. Headed back to Camp Dragonhead, I assume. Tell Edwin to start laying out his vats, for that's how soon he'll have his ceruleum. He won't take my word for it, though, since Papa Wazoo's made a liar of me by tarrying while Koblenz drank my shipment. Take this to Edwin as a token of my apology, and don't you sample any.
Not a problem. Sorry, not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, dear. And now for the long ride back to Camp Dragonhead. We'll probably take the rest of the evening.
Yeah, well.
Cause we no fly. As much as Ursula wishes she could.
2 buns are just a little too heavy for her.
Aw.
Needs to exercise those wing muscles more. Choo-choo.
Indeed. Here are the tracks. I will follow them.
Yeah.
Depends on the contract and market fluctuations. But
And
yeah,
of course, this is Ul'Dah.
this is also Papa What's-His-Name, who is, let's be honest, slimy!
Yeah. And this is also what's known as a monopoly.
Yeah,
Abusing its power.
and they specifically said Almeja and Sons had a monopoly in ceruleum in the area. This is why monopolies are bad. Fair, good competition is good. Unfair competition is bad. Oh, some of the fallout of the recent GameStop market fluctuations. There was a couple of the traders who started the whole thing who actually did make a pretty penny.
Uh-huh.
And a couple hedge funds that just kind of imploded because they were trying to do shorts.
Too many shorts.
Too many shorts, yes. Well, one of the guys said, well, I don't need all this money. It's nice that I got some back and that I have a cushion. So I'm going to take what a portion of what I've earned and I'm going to buy a bunch of games and systems and donate them to the local children's hospital.
Mm.
So, yes, there are still good people in the world. I just wish we heard more about them than the bad people. Unfortunately, there's actually a lot less of bad people in the world than people take credit for. The problem is the bad people are like the,
Get all the press.
they are the nail that sticks out. They are the wheel that squeaks.
And I am going to be back in a few minutes again.
Oh dear. So, it's just you and me, and we get to talk about things, eh, guys? But yeah, the whole GameStop thing just... It was really frustrating that the people who probably should have been hurt the most by it were the people who had so much money that it's like, oh, we don't care. The big thing that came out of it is GameStop gets to live a little longer, and because GameStop gets to live a little longer, you've got a lot of employees who are still drawing a paycheck. And worldwide. While GameStop is mostly a US thing, I believe they do have a couple locations in, like, Germany and France. And, of course, they've got their e-business, which should probably be stronger than it is right now. They do have to do a market shift. I don't know what they're going to do about it. I was very disappointed for them closing up ThinkGeek, which is a service that I really, really enjoyed. I think there's been a couple people who've spawned similar things that have cropped up in its wake, but I haven't really gotten much news on that, which makes me sad. I really love some of the things ThinkGeek was offering, but them's the breaks. Oh, one of the other things that was announced with both the live letter and the special presentation is, of course, they're going to be doing a digital worldwide fan fest in March. I think it's March. I'll have to look up the dates. While the fan fest itself and all the things they are offering are going to be free for people to log in from anywhere in the world to watch, which is awesome. They are offering some sale exclusives, which are going on pre-order right now. One of them, of course, being the Lunar Whale 8-person mount. Yes, as long as the price is not too ludicrous, I will be getting one of those, because Lunar Whale 8-person mount. It will be a godsend in Bozja when we finally get to the point for that, and its subsequent areas. The other thing that they had, they're a little pricey, but they're also supposed to be exclusives for the FanFest that I saw, was some of the shirts. Particularly, they have a nice Forgiven Obscenity shirt, which is the last boss in Mount Golg of Shadowbringers. And that shirt is beautiful. And both Ladonia and I are looking at it going,
I have to admit, the Lunar Whale looks like something from Tenchi Muyo.
It does have that look. It looks kind of like a Filigreed Zentradi ship. Kind of in that... Actually, I believe it was kind of designed in that same kind of era.
It's got too much...
As original Macross and the original Tenchi Muyo.
But it's got too much flourish, flourish, baroque
Well, it is based off of an actual piece of Amano art.
Right. That
So
one's more Tenji.
Amano is all about the filigree and the curly cues, and yeah. It's all about the look. Functionality, what's functionality? I put a spike there because it looked good.
Yeah, trust me, having the wrong on the garb.
Yeah, they also had some figures that I kind of looked at and like, they're kind of cute, but not for the price they're asking for. Especially when you consider that that price is not including shipping. Though I did notice the price for the Fat Cat beanbag chairs have gone down. I still think those are hilarious. It's basically a life-sized fatter cat mount as a cushion pillow. Might be a little small for me, considering I'm a big, giant Caucasian girl, but it's still very amusing. I'd never buy one, but it's an amusing they actually made one. I'm sure right now there are several people out there questioning their life choices as they snuggle into one. So many people on the zone. It's actually kind of nice to see. Usually this zone is pretty desolate. Seeing players flying back and forth. But we're slowly making our way to Camp Dragonhead. We'll probably call it a night there. Maybe after we do the turn-in, because the turn-in will be right there. Assuming Ladonia comes back on mic. Yes, I know, Eorzea. It is very cold here, so you don't want to run as fast. I don't blame you, girl. Okay, well, it's 11 o'clock, and Ladonia is not back from the little bun room. So why don't we call it here for the evening? We are in a rest area, so we will be gaining our XP back from all the levels we just made. No, I have not, Foxfire. But we should probably call it for the night. It was great seeing you guys. Thanks for coming along with our fun antics. We will be back again next week and Saturday for more Heaven on High adventures, guest starring Taylin, and we'll continue Bun Buns on Sunday, 9:30 Pacific. You guys have a great evening. Get a good night's sleep. Have a great week. Be safe. Stay well. Oh, we have a Ladonia just as I was about to sign off.
Yes.
I figured we'll do the turn-in tomorrow, or next week.
That makes sense.
Anyway, good night all. Thank you
Yes,
very
everyone
much for
have a
coming.
great week.